Pip woke to the crashing of chords and the shrieking of violins. WTF, an orchestra? Where on earth was she? And then she realised, oh God, it's Mummy. Her brain had woken enough to put the pieces together. Crashing chords plus Ride of the Valkyries plus Wagner equals Mother. It was her mobile phone, and that was her mother's signature ringtone. Pip had chosen it as a joke a few months ago, and now she couldn't remember how to change it back, so she was constantly harangued by Wagner. It had long since ceased to be funny, especially now, given the mother situation. She retrieved the phone from the tangle of sheets and killed the call before dropping it back onto the bed, where it rang again, more bloody Vikings, and again lit up with the name Mummy. She rejected the call a second time. From experience, Pip knew there would likely be a third. Mummy was not someone who readily took no, or two no's, for an answer, but Pip was not in the mood to talk. Certainly not to Mummy, or as Pip liked to call her, ex-Chancellor of the Exchequer, since she had withdrawn her funding. She put the phone on silent and watched it light up again, which was more bearable without the Valkyries. Pip sighed. She should really be used to Mummy's yo-yoing funds by now. Mummy might have enough money to keep Pip in the manner to which she would like to become accustomed, but she also had strong ideas about young ladies being independent, which meant Pip had both a checkered financial history and a checkered employment history. You never really knew which way the wind would blow with the Bank of Mummy, but right now it was clearly closed, and Pip didn't know where her next latte was coming from, or, more troublingly, the rent. Pip lay back on the pillows and turned to face the other side of the double bed, where, if her love life were in a better state right now, a gorgeous and devoted lover might be. Maybe even Tim, although she was beginning to give up hope that he would be anything more than a friendly and very decorative flatmate/landlord. Instead, on the lover's side of the bed, was a large and glossy celeb magazine, Pip's shameful weakness, that and Twitter, and a three-legged tabby cat who was diligently licking his nether regions and purring. Sighing, she picked up Hello and indulged herself with an 8-page photo feature about movie stars and their kids. She knew she was a bit old-fashioned in her love of magazines, when the whole internet was bristling with up-to-the-minute gossip and pics. She followed all the celeb news subreddits and Instagram accounts, of course, but for Pip, nothing beat the smell and feel of a magazine. The article about the celebs and their kids was very satisfying, although it certainly came down heavily on the nature side of the nature/nurture debate. Every child was gorgeous, straight-toothed, silky-haired, and smiling for the camera. Even the teenagers looked remarkably pleasant. This one, for example, golden-haired, wrapped up in moss-green cashmere and posed against a forest of snow-tipped firs, spoke of his love for the clarinet and cross-country skiing, and how he wanted to make a difference in the world by teaching cross-country skiing to less privileged teenagers, and to help save the forests and trees. Pip thought about the months she'd spent skiing trails in Whistler when she worked there as a chalet girl. Mummy always said that every young lady should be able to ski. She had a moment of longing for the snow, the speed, the always surprising cold, the smell of pines. If only Mummy weren't so unreasonable about credit cards, a trip back to the mountains would be just the thing to cheer her up. Above the slurping and purring, Pip heard Tim going about his morning routine, his slippers padding down the passage, the kitchen tap running, the click of the kettle. Then back down the passage to the bathroom and the rush of the shower water hitting those smooth shoulders, running down his back and those firm thighs.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.